Welcome to Marital Hate. I don't know what's going on with the screen. Is it just dirty? Your screen's just very, very dirty.
You know what? You can just make it brighter. I think
Well, that's not changing the fact that it's dirty. It's still dirty.
dirty. You're dirty.
Not as much as you might think. I'm super hot. Is it super hot out?
Oh, it's crazy hot out.
Okay, so
And
I'm
this
not
pool
just
does
fine.
not help because it feels like boiling water.
I don't think the pool feels like boiling water.
It's warm. It'll be cold in about an
We
hour.
didn't turn that light on.
I'll go get it.
So I have heard from some of the master haters.
And
Master haters are now what we were referring to as the haters that come night after night.
TM, Tom
dedicated
Tom Milmore.
Tom. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Tom. That is trademark Tom.
It's trademark.
But Tom was a little late to the party. So we had Tracy and Ann and Todd, Charlie, Dave, Risa. Deb Jorgie doesn't seem to watch it anymore. What are you pointing at?
Is that a lizard or is that?
It's a leaf. It's a leaf,
I
Doug.
thought it
It's
was
a leaf.
a lizard running around. Yes.
So I'm sure I forgot somebody, but the OGs are in the house. By the way, I have to tell you, I saw a video on the internet today for a little crab like that for sale, but it didn't blow bubbles. It danced and ran around and it ran right into these people's pool. And I don't know if it worked after that.
Wah, wah.
So anyway, it was like, yeah, I don't know if that thing can get wet. I might need to dip myself under the water. So anyway, I'm a little bummed out because, I mean, obviously I want our friends to have lives, but Tracy is working.
Yeah.
Todd was up late and dealing with some stuff. Charlie only comes after his AA meeting, if he comes. Anne is at a fancy dinner.
Oh, fanciness.
And I'm trying to think of who else and why they're not coming. But I'm a little concerned that we're going to have a small group tonight. So anyway, if you've never been here before, there's one person. We love you.
This could be like a practice show.
So we are live. It's a little late for a practice show. We're now what?
79.
79. This is number 79.
79.
I don't think so. I think it's 78.
You just told me 79.
Oh, you're right. It's 79. So this is Marital Hate. We're
Welcome.
live on Facebook, our personal Facebook pages, as well as our Marital Hate page, YouTube, and Twitter. If you comment, no matter where you are, we can see your comment, and we generally bring it up on screen. Sometimes it takes us a little while because we're in the middle of a tirade and we have ADD, but so
many of the tirades.
I'm just going to warn you right now, like, it's a good time, but like, it's just not suitable for anyone.
Well, it's not for everybody.
It's not. I think it's not for anyone.
Oh, you don't think it's for anyone? It's
I think
not
it's yeah.
suitable?
I get a swim.
Yeah, but like some people really, really like it and come back every night, so you can't.
Yeah,
like,
those people are called master haters, and there's
master
something wrong.
haters. There's something wrong with them.
I mean, they're awesome, but there's definitely something wrong with them.
I don't know. Are we starting to like insult our viewers for viewing? Because that could be a whole
these
thing.
people
Like
would
you
like
come in and
consider that to be a massive compliment. What is this all over this fucking towel?
that's copper. That's a buildup of copper. I don't know. I just made that up.
No, what is this all over?
I don't know. It's like
I think we need beach towels.
Maybe we should go to his Christmas tree shop and they'll break the next day.
Well, we have to bring our things back, and maybe this. So we bought these 2 floats. One of them broke while I was sitting on it. I was having a complex, and I'm happy to tell you that Doug was sitting on the other one, it broke in the middle of the podcast last night.
It done broke.
So it's not just me and my fat ass.
It was cheap junk.
So my birthday is tomorrow.
Birthday is tomorrow. This is your birthday eve.
Yes. And I'm not super psyched about it.
It's an odd year. That's why odd years are the worst.
No, that's not why, but
I was
sure.
just
Go ahead.
throwing it
Tell
in
me
there.
why I'm sad about my birthday. Why don't you tell me how
That's
I
an
feel?
odd year.
You tell me how I feel and why, please. Go ahead.
It's an odd year, and you're feeling sad because.
Do you really think that I really want you to tell me how I feel? Do you think I don't know how I feel?
No, I was going with it.
Yeah, but you're just making shit up.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I do.
Do you think that that's nice?
I would like to hear why you're bummed about your
I was waiting for you.
And
I
we're
know.
gonna
I
turn
was
that frown
enjoying
upside
listening to you tell me twice that how I felt about my birthday. Thank you. This is why it's called marital hate. Sometimes we fucking argue. My husband is going to tell you how I feel about my birthday. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
No, I'm done. I only
You're
had
done?
one item. I only had one item.
But that's not true.
What do you mean?
When you assume you make an ass out of Doug.
That's how the saying goes.
It does in this house because I don't make assumptions like that shit.
All right.
That's ridiculous.
Well, tell the people why you're.
Well, I have not had good birthday experiences in my life. Not odds, not evens. I have not had good birthday experiences. So I'm not looking forward to it, but I do appreciate your
my
completely ignoring everything I've ever said to you and telling me that it's because it's an odd year. Appreciate it.
I was trying to make bring levity to the situation. Levity. That's what
You
you
think
married
that
me
that's-
for.
No, it's not.
Levity. Click. Marriage material.
You just keep digging yourself a fucking hole. Do you want me to go in the garage and get you a shovel?
I'm sorry if I made light of your feelings.
All right. Well, let's talk about what you want to talk about. Did you prepare anything for the podcast?
I really did not today. Sorry.
When was the last time you prepared something for the podcast?
When we sat up there. I like my paper. I have my paper.
I have paper.
Yeah, you do.
Are you incapable of writing some notes down? Perhaps you could put them in your water-resistant phone and take it on the Flamingo and go float around the pool.
I could do that.
I'll do that. Nothing.
I'll do that next time.
So you have nothing.
Do I have nothing? Apparently, there's a Sahara dust storm heading towards Florida that could be hazardous to our health. I have heard that. They're opening a Carl's Jr. in Florida. That's another thing I know. Little trip tidbits I have. Nothing special. Nothing of any import.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, tell me some more things about how I feel.
How do you feel? You're sad that you cannot share your birthday with many people.
Why would I be sad that I can't share my birthday with many people?
I don't know.
People are not nice. Do you
Some
know that
people are nice.
once again in the fucking keto group,
Oh, geez.
somebody asked if peanut butter was okay on keto. And I resisted the urge to say, well, peanuts are legumes and they're very inflammatory and loaded with fucking mold. Didn't say that. Did not say that. But somebody said, oh, I eat Skippy every day. And I'm like, actually has sugar in it.
Yeah.
And then I got called an idiot because I told her that it has sugar in it. Because I assume that if you're in a keto group, you probably don't want to be eating sugar.
You want healthy things.
But God forbid, I'm like, oh, hey, it has sugar in it. Like they're the most, these people who are apparently like not eating terribly healthy are the meanest people I've ever interacted with. I think I just need to leave the group. But like what I'm realizing is that like sometimes isolation is necessary. Because I got to tell you, I woke up this morning with a screeching migraine. And no one's watching.
Nobody's watching.
Nobody wants to hear about my migraine.
No, they're gonna watch later.
Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Woke up this morning with a screeching migraine, and nothing helped. I ate a shitload of almonds. I did all the essential oils. I meditated. I tried
sinus bomb.
I did a sinus bomb. I tried to do breath work. That was not working. Look at there's an ant carrying another ant right there.
Yeah, well, he's gonna carry him over there.
Well, they bite, so just be careful. What you're
just flicking them off the.
Okay. So I had a headache, and I was having some sort of I had some bites or swelling on my fingers. So I did homeopathic histamine, and I did deep blue on my neck. I did essential oils. I did meditation. I drank a shitload of fluids. I took magnesium. I took 6 turmerics.
You did your due diligence.
Took an Epsom salt bath. I drank a fuckload of fluids. And I finally went to sleep. So I slept for a long time. And what I did wake up for today was to help people. And the thing that I am getting incredibly frustrated with, and I don't know how therapists do it, is that people want to like point fingers at everyone else for their problems. And, you know, don't get me wrong, sometimes there's a reason to point. Do we ever take that piece of glass that was out here in?
Piece of glass.
Remember
I
burned it. Okay. There's something green over there, and I want to make sure it was a leaf and not something that was going to harm someone. No, it's just a leaf. It's just a leaf.
Okay.
It's just a leaf.
Yeah, because
so what I of course we're reading Boundaries, although I didn't read today because I had a migraine. That a lot of people, you know, they're busy blaming everybody else for their problems, or they just want to be unhappy instead of doing something about them. And you know, I hear a lot of complaining about other people, and it's like, yeah, okay, like they suck, but what are you gonna do? Because you can't control them.
You can make the choice.
Like over and over and over, I'm like, you cannot control anyone else, and it's not any one person. It's like I'm giving this. This is the advice I give all day long to everyone who fucking calls me, because I get, you know, I don't know how many calls a day. Not even the call. Well, you know about the calls.
Yeah.
But you don't know about like the.
Yeah, no, you're always texting somebody or responding to somebody.
Probably on average, I'd say a dozen a day. On average.
Yeah.
And the problem is that like some people just can't see. That's not a good angle. I was trying to say it like cool and not have my titties on screen.
Get it?
It just seems like people don't necessarily want to do anything about their problems. And so I'm like, I don't know how therapists do it. Like these people do this all day, every day of their lives. And like, it's got to be so frustrating to watch people like just not. And the thing is, if somebody goes to therapy, like they're there trying to make themselves better, right? Like
that's what I was going to say.
And I was talking to Treva about this. Treva is my therapist and Doug's therapist. That it's I don't have a drink. That's a problem. So do you want to get the light and the drink?
Yeah,
please. I'm sorry. So that you're listening to people's problems all day long, like, and a lot of people show a lot of, obviously people that are narcissists, people that are not generally interested in self-improvement don't go to therapy, but it's hard for people to make those first steps, that acknowledging that, hey, I am powerful here. And I think a lot of people just like, feel like victims and like, I can't do anything about this. And like, for me, like right now, my birthday is tomorrow and I'm super bummed out about it because I haven't had good birthday experiences. So what I'm trying to do is turn it into a positive, and I'm like desperately searching for a way to turn it into a positive. So like Doug's working tomorrow. Apparently we've killed all the herbs. We don't really have any money. I don't really have a lot of friends down here. So I'm kind of bummed out about it, but I'm trying to find ways to make it better. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do mushrooms and float around the pool all day. Or like, I don't know, maybe I will journal, or maybe I'll take myself to the beach, or maybe I'll take myself to lunch. I don't know. Not that I want to spend the money on eating out, and I don't generally like eating out because it's usually not super healthy. Here comes Douglas. Are you okay?
I'm back.
Good times. Good times. So anyway, my frustration today was, which side are you going to?
I'm coming over.
My frustration today was that I don't know how therapists do it, because a lot of times people just want to bitch and moan about their problems and they want to blame everybody else. And it's like, I would get so frustrated. And one of my friends chimed in and she's like, we get paid. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how they do it. And they usually make a lot of money, or they can.
But like, I've noticed that some people reach out for you to help. And that's a good sign, right? It looks like they want help.
I'm not the person to talk to if you're just looking for sympathy.
Sometimes they're looking just to vent, I think.
I am not the person to come to if you're just looking for sympathy. If you want if you got a problem, I'll solve it. But if you're just looking for sympathy,
you got strategies.
I'm not great about it. I'm not. I'm like what? Like, I don't understand the point of feeling bad about yourself, for yourself. Like, I get it. Like, if you need to vent for a minute, sure. And then what's the solution?
Yeah.
Come to me, give me 3 solutions. I will help you figure out.
Some people have a longer time period where they need to vent and feel bad about themselves, or sorry.
But feeling bad about yourself and sorry about yourself, it creates a perpetual negative cycle. And that's not what I'm about in my life. I'm about creating positivity. And, we've survived some pretty shitty stuff. So, I'd like to think that it came from, it was funny. I was actually talking to Nolan, my stepson, about our, how we've been through so much during the course of our 10-year now marriage. Yes. We just celebrated 10 years last week. Actually a week ago tomorrow, it'll be 10 years, that we've been married. We've been together for 11. And I was saying that the reason we've been able to get through all this hard stuff that we've experienced is because of our sense of humor. Because we make, we joke about everything. We joke about everything, even if it's like super inappropriate. So, sorry, little ant, but your time is over. What was I talking about?
Nolan called.
So having a sense of humor, is really important, I think, in every area of your life. So I'm trying to have a sense of humor about my birthday, and trying to come up with a fun way to spend it. And that might be mushrooms in the pool. It might be just journaling. I don't imagine I'm going to sit at the beach, because if I go to the beach, it's really hard for me to like do the walking to the water and whatnot, and the causeways are closed. So. And the Jeep doesn't have air. Well, I mean, it has air, but it doesn't have any doors. So they're not super effective. It's been really hot in Florida lately. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet tomorrow to celebrate my birthday. But I have had some nice birthday wishes already from India. Thank you, Arun.
Oh, very good.
He's in Calcutta, and he wished me happy birthday. So apparently I'm already 47 in Calcutta.
Yeah, it's already happening over there.
And
fireworks.
You think so?
Goats
and fireworks. I don't know if goats are like upset by fireworks. I wish Tracy was here to tell us, because Tracy always knows.
I don't know why I said goats, but I was just thinking like in other parts of the world on a mountaintop or something, they're celebrating your birthday.
I don't know what they do in Calcutta to celebrate birthdays. Yeah. Sorry, you guys. I don't know So apparently homeopathic belladonna is good for headaches, but I took that today and it made me very sleepy. So I don't know. And then Doug felt my forehead and said I was warm.
I thought you were a little warm today. Don't mind telling you.
Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I wanted to, yesterday, not Saturday, Sunday or whatever, Monday. I think it was Monday. Doug, I had joked with Doug about giving him a blowjob, and I had fully intended to this week. And he said to me, if you want to come in my office and go ahead and get on your knees, that would be great. And I looked at him and I said,
I was doing my best Matt Lauer.
I'm like, I am going to be 47 years old in a week. I do not get down on my knees anymore.
Wow.
If I get
I didn't know there was an age limit for that.
I have bad knees. At my age, you can't
Well, you might be coming down with something too. I don't want that.
Bring your dick over while I'm in the recliner in the pool or something. Not like while I can't get on my knees.
Tomorrow when you're on mushrooms, maybe that'll be a new.
Yeah, that's sensation. Exactly what I want to do while I'm on mushrooms is suck a dick. Like, are you crazy?
I don't know. I've never done mushrooms. I don't know what it's like. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
How do you make everything about you?
It's
like you have amnesia when we fight.
So
I hope Casey knows we stole his line.
It's so good. And we explained why it was good last night.
It was hilarious.
And why it could be really bad.
It's not okay to say hurtful things, and they worked it out and he apologized, but it was a good fucking line.
It sounds like something out of a movie. It really does.
Maybe Casey should be like a writer. He's doing some good stuff from what I understand.
So, and I'm sorry, you were talking about
that's pretty much
your knees were no good.
Well, it's just that's what happens when you're 47. Well. Your knees are no good. I did get I don't normally get presents on my birthday. I'm 47 or 47 tomorrow or 47 right now in India. I don't normally get presents for my birthday, but I did get some lovely tarot cards and a couple of really nice cards, and that was super nice of people, and I appreciated it. But what my favorite gifts is gag gifts.
Gag gifts?
Like, they crack me up. Like, I gave one of my friends a vibrating butt plug for his birthday.
That was a little funny.
And didn't we give him like a mouth thing that you put your penis in?
Yes, I think so. It was the most rudimentary of wax lips with it did not look like it was.
So I wonder if he's going to fantasize about you while you use it, because you're the only one that I know that has lips that big. Your lips are looking small these days, though. Maybe you should go back.
My face is growing as I age.
You should put some water on them.
Talk about your knees and my growing head.
So I will tell you that we have friends, and they had a little girl, and I said I always called Doug Juicy Lips, and so the little girl goes, "His lips aren't juicy. He just puts water on them."
And then my jig was up at that point.
All the water on them. So I don't know. What I would like as a gag gift is a winning lottery ticket.
Yes.
As a gag gift, I would like perfect health.
That would be no gag.
As a gag gift, I would like.
That would not be a gag.
All of the rust to be gone from the underside of my Jeep. I would like my oil pan to no longer leak.
Well, maybe
these are gag gifts.
Maybe the Florida, like how hot it is in there, it's like causing the rust to turn back into metal. And maybe
I don't know.
Itself up.
Tony told me to have it pressure washed, and I was like, "Well, how much?" And he's like, $200. And I'm like, "What if it all falls apart?" Which is why we haven't done it.
They always say the dirt and the stickers are holding old cars together. So
that's the Jeep. But that's they. Who is they? Is it like Top Gear is like, oh, the dirt is holding this thing together?
Oh, they would probably adhere to that.
But they would say it as like a joke. So I wanted to tell you about also a Facebook post yesterday.
There's a Facebook post.
So yesterday, I had posted a meme I had seen about medical error, as it were, and it went a little something. Oh, it's possible that they took it down.
Oh,
let's look.
It's the deep state.
Keep scrolling.
Deep state.
You say that like it's not even
taking it down.
A thing. Say something while I look.
JFK was killed by a meteorite. Just saying.
That's Doug's theory.
It's my new theory. I'm sticking with it until somebody proves me wrong. See, that's the thing. What happened? Warren Commission was not looking for meteorite fragments in the limo, in the ground, nothing.
This is why 3 people watch our podcast, because we have meteorites. It's gone, but anyway, it was a post about, and I think that they pulled it down. It was a post about the number of people that have died from medical error, be it in surgical procedures or improper prescription of pharmaceuticals or just irresponsible medication in general. And so I posted it, and Facebook put a warning on it. And it said one of the most, one of the biggest, it was like one of the top reasons why people die is because of medical error. And so they're like, warning, not true. And then of course they're like, it's the third cause of death in the United States. So it's not one of the leading, the third, it's not one of the leading. It might have been, I don't know, heart attack, cancer, something like that.
It was like the medical error was alarmingly high. I remember
it's the third leading cause of death in the United States, and this is not of developed countries in the first world. We have some of the worst healthcare, which is why I have chosen to go outside of the healthcare system because they have done nothing to help me. Go fuck yourselves, Western medicine.
I do a lot of voodoo healing for myself.
You don't do voodoo healing. So I was trying to figure out what to do with myself for my birthday. And so I used my Alice in Wonderland tarot cards, and it basically told me to be alone and set some goals for the day.
Be alone.
So I'll do that. I will get up in the morning and do my normal day, and I will just be happy if it's not a disaster. And I did something really fucking stupid today. Well, it could go well. Who knows? But I'm not feeling optimistic because my birthday is just really hard for me. My kids don't talk to me. My family doesn't talk to me. I just generally feel, pretty much sad on my birthday. It hasn't been a good experience. But what I did do, I had years ago, so my youngest daughter left home in 2019, and I would always try to reach out to my daughters, and I would always buy them presents for Christmas and stuff. And in 2019, at the end of the year, I reached out to them all, and nobody responded. And then Christmas came, and no one wished me a Merry Christmas or anything. So I blocked them on Facebook, and today I unblocked them.
Oh.
And I don't even know that they even go on Facebook, but I always just try to leave the door open, and it's just my small way of doing that. So I don't know how it's going to work out. And it was probably the stupidest possible time to do it, but it was just something I'd been thinking about doing. And I'm not I've reached out so many times and been hurt so many times. And I couldn't do it when we moved to Florida. So one of my friends reached out, and they had all changed their phone number. So I didn't even know who the fuck it was. Thankfully, somebody is here chiming in. It's my pal Dave. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Love you more than anything.
See,
I love
look
you
at that.
the most. Thank you, Dave. I needed to hear that. So Dave is coming in 1 week from tomorrow. Wait.
What hotel are you staying at?
He's staying at hotel guest room with the he thinks you don't like him.
No. I'm just kidding with you. I'm funning with you, Barney.
He does. He has to be like the grouchy old man. Would you please tell him about his deluxe accommodations?
You have deluxe accommodations. You kidding?
Tell him.
Oh my God, that room and that bed. You've got a sauna. You've got a smell machine. What is that thing called? A diffuser.
There's a diffuser. There's many essential oils. There's many books. There's a sauna. It's a memory foam mattress.
It remembers you.
1,800 count sheets. You have your own bathroom. However, the toilet seat is totally ghetto.
I was thinking we could upgrade that before Dave got here.
I feel like Dave would appreciate that.
We take the tape off and act like Dave broke it. And charge him an up fee or something.
We can't charge him an up fee.
No, I was actually thinking we should.
But you have to understand, he thinks you don't like him.
I just told him I like him.
But you don't understand is when you joke with people, not everybody knows you're joking. People who don't know you don't know you're joking, and you make the Donovan kid cry on Halloween.
Yours?
Yes.
I don't know what yours is.
I don't know. Michelle says, I understand, Stacey. We can't force friendships. I've tried. It's too painful. Well, I'm not talking about friendships. I'm talking about a relationship with my children. So it's a little bit different. Dave is laughing his ass off about the broken toilet seat. And he says he knows Doug's cool. You're deluded. Doug is not cool at all. Doug is the fucking worst.
I'm so not cool. I want to replace the broken toilet seat before he gets there.
I've been trying to replace the broken toilet seat. Every time I see a toilet on the side of the road, I look to see if it's the right kind of lid.
Hey, you know what we could do tomorrow?
What?
Go to Sanibel, see your friend Jim, look for toilet seats.
You have to work tomorrow.
I can work. I can cut out early.
Work. He hasn't gotten paid. Doing some.
It's volunteer work at this point.
Doing some freelance that would hopefully one day turn into a job that he has not gotten paid a penny for. Some total of income this year. Oh, when does unemployment run out again?
6 weeks.
6 more weeks. Unemployment runs out.
6 more weeks of winter.
So we'll
I'm
be setting
for the
up
unemployment groundhog to show up.
We'll be doing the unemployment dance and perhaps starting an OnlyFans channel, and Doug will be turning tricks. If you want those big juicy lips wrapped around your parts, perhaps you would like your asshole licked all day long. That's your man right there.
No, it's the man that contacted you is into that stuff.
Oh God, I can't even.
For me, yeah, I don't know.
If you haven't been paying attention, there was a man who contacted me from the group, or said he'd watched the podcast, and come to find out his Facebook name was a complete lie. When I looked up that name, there were
Facebook
many
liar.
people with that name that were dead. So I don't know if he was like assuming a dead person's name or what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he did offer to, he asked if we were swingers and offered to eat my asshole all day on Saturday. So that was nice, but I passed. Tracy said I chimed in late. No worries, honey. But yeah, it's a tough situation. And, you know, if you're saying a prayer, if you happen to be going to the chapel, definitely say a prayer for me, because tomorrow's a rough day.
I did see that Michelle was not cooking. I think it was yesterday. It was too hot to cook in Massachusetts. I heard something about that. Something about that. I don't know if the heat had anything to do with it, or
maybe Michelle's just too hot to cook.
It's possible. Yeah, she's
hot girls make reservations, girl. I will say Michelle just got an award for Realtor's Choice. Congratulate with a Realtor's Choice or Customer's Choice. But it's a big real estate order.
She got the hardware.
And where does Michelle sell houses? Remind me.
Central Mass somewhere.
Central Mass. But does she encroach on Sandy's territory?
I think they know each other.
They do know each other, but I don't know if they encroach on one another. So we have to say that
girl fight.
Central Massachusetts, if you're looking for a realtor, please use our friend Michelle Cloutier Miller or our friend Sandy Biznakis, because they're both amazing. And if you're getting a mortgage in that area, we recommend George Biznakis, aka Buzz. And Michelle says Sandy is a love. Yes, Michelle is also a love.
Yeah,
and actually, Michelle has a Lyme charity that she runs. And she lost her mom to Lyme disease, and she does a lot for the Lyme community through her charity, and she's just an amazing person. Michelle says, thank you guys. And then she says, George is a hoot. Doug and George go back to playing Pong in 1981. No, what year?
That was Christmas 76.
76. So
we have a picture of us playing Pong on the black and white TV.
I was 6 months old, and my husband is playing Pong.
Me and George hanging
Michelle
out.
says yes. She's sad about something. What is she sad about? Playing Pong because I'm old? Because you're old? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, probably because I'm old, and I probably won't be around forever, Michelle. So you should probably just start getting used to that now. You take care of this one.
Yeah, well, with me being sick, she's sad because her mom passed, obviously.
Well, you are sad that your mom passed away, but something good came out of it, thanks to your giant heart.
Working through you, as you and I have discussed many times. They really do. Michelle says, thank you for your support. And she says, wow, you guys go way back. Yeah, they're besties from forever ago. George used to give his old sneakers to Doug. Aww.
Yeah, he did. Adidas.
Now he gets
his dad bought me shirts every year. Like he bought me a shirt at Mr. Sneakers in Dennisport.
His Douglas's now he wears Adidas that he buys new, but I can't really get him to go buy new shoes. So he needs to just do that occasionally. But didn't they discontinue them when we have to order them from Europe or something?
I did. I got like this retro pair that I really liked. So they don't make them anymore, but they make similar. So but it was funny. They were the 10K.
You should check.
So I bought the 10Ks.
Hang on, you should check Prime Day. They might be on sale.
Oh, is that today?
I think it's like till like tomorrow or something.
Oh, okay.
So check tonight.
Then the 8K was a very similar shoe in Europe, but then I had to figure out my European shoe size, which is different. There's a European.
Doesn't it usually say inside the tongue?
Yeah, there's a UK and then there's a European size, which is like a 43.
Doesn't it say on the tongue?
It does, but when you don't have them and you're buying them, you have to look it up.
Oh, because it was a different shoe.
Slightly different shoe.
But wouldn't the shoe that you currently have?
The shoe fit and I wore it.
Okay, but
I know what you mean. I could have looked at the tag, gone across.
Yes.
But I think I wore that shoe so much. I think I actually did that, but that little tag had worn off. That's how athletic I am in my Adidas.
Shall see. You do nothing athletic. You swam how many laps the other day?
Like 1.
8? Yesterday it was 1, and then the other day he swam like 8 half laps. He swims half the pool.
I swim a half a lap,
and he only swims the deep end. Explain that fucking shit to me.
Well, it's a ego boost because I can't really swim that well, and if I'm stuck here in the with the kids in the shallow end, I'm not feeling.
There are no kids here. I mean, occasionally we have kids come over, but not usually. There are no kids here.
Yes.
You can literally swim laps. Why don't you practice? Do you realize, and this is a problem, and I was explaining this to people, I don't know if it was yesterday
Is
or
this where you
today.
get mad at me for not swimming?
No, but hear me out. Everything that you have been like, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. It's too hard. Then you have actually gone on to do the thing and been better at it than me.
Like cribbage.
Like cribbage. I have to say, he's beating me like constantly.
We gotta break out the backgammon board next because she's a backgammon Rain Man is what she is.
I don't know about that. I just get lucky with my rolls.
She's a lucky roller.
Maybe. So I'm suggesting that perhaps I bought you a kickboard for a reason. You practice your kicks.
Kick. Like Garo Upremian. Kick.
I don't know who Gary Upremian is.
Garo Upremian.
Is Doug swimming in the Atlantic? Okay, so well, he has swam in the Atlantic.
I have.
However, the Atlantic is far from us. We're Gulf of Mexico, baby.
Well, that's still the Atlantic.
Is it?
Technically, yeah.
So you will be very happy to know, or disappointed to know, that the water here tastes like you're swimming. It feels like you're swimming in your own piss. In the summer.
Well, that's a little. Oh, actually, there was a news report today that the water temps off of Florida are in the 90s. Like this pool is 90, and it's crazy.
It's warmer in the ocean.
You go in the ocean, and it's actually warmer.
It's crazy,
and it's a little disconcerting.
It feels like you're swimming in pee.
It's crazy, and
it feels like somebody just peed next to you in the water in the ocean because it's so warm. Like you're like, did somebody pee? Did somebody pee?
So,
but there's so many sand dollars. Like you can pick up sand dollars with your toes, and
we were probably in the water 3 hours that day, probably.
Yeah, we just picked up sand dollars, and the kids were so excited
off the bottom. Those storms coming, and then they go the other way, and we stayed in the water.
We might even see some dolphins if we look real hard.
Oh, I saw a dolphin going over the Sanibel Bridge.
I have seen dolphins going over the Sanibel Bridge. We should go down there for Lighthouse for like a picnic or something. Michelle loves cribbage.
Maybe we get Michelle and Ken down here.
Says,
we have like a cribbage off.
And Dave says, "Holy crap! Yes, we're gonna have a blast. We're gonna go see alligators." And well, he's not here that long. He's here like 3 days, but like including 2 travel days. So it's basically like less than Anne was even here. So even if we just get to Sanibel and drive around, and I know how much you want to watch Halloween 3, so we'll definitely get to that. And will Dave see a thunderstorm? Well, I will tell you, normally
it's a daily occurrence.
It's a daily occurrence.
Had any in the last week.
We have not even this season at all. It's been like lackluster. Last year we had tornadoes, we had all kinds of storms, and we had a direct hit from a Cat 5 hurricane. And it used to be that every day, 3 o'clock, you get a thunderstorm. We haven't been having them, and I'm worried. We haven't been having enough rain.
I will say that 90-degree plus water is hurricane fuel, is what that is.
I will say this.
That's energy.
Actually, Dave always wears shorts, so he should be cool. But like, people get this idea, like you have to be like half naked, or you wear like, people wear these like skin rash guard like t-shirts, like long sleeve shirts to protect themselves from the sun or whatever. It's hot as balls down here, like balls. Hot.
You know, I've not really. There's been a couple times that it's been super.
Doug.
Very true. Indeed.
What was very true? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember that Dave was cool.
Yeah, Dave is cool.
It was hurricane fuel is what it. Oh, because he's a weather nut.
Oh yeah, he is a weather nut. You guys will have a blast, and we can watch Mike's weather page, which is a local Cape Coral page about our weather. We'll go see some hurricane debris. You'll like that. Pine Island.
We haven't been up there since like last December, so that might be a little cleaned up. But you'll
still
see
like
see
that the
mangled
when I take Dave over the Sanibel Bridge and show him that this entire bridge was gone,
show him the
like all the
first.
causeways were gone, and that the Pine Island was gone. We had posted videos before too, I think. So,
but when you're on Sanibel, you can see where the water was because like
there's debris. There's like a film, like, you know how if you like wash your dog in the bathtub and the bathtub is all gross afterwards, and there's like a line. That's what Sanibel looks like in Pine Island and still parts of Cape Coral.
Yeah, and just
we got lucky in Fort Myers Beach.
That
shit is gone. Donna is here.
Donna Shea.
The water in Hull has always been cold. I stepped into it a month ago and I was shocked to feel warmth. Creepy. It has never been warm. Global warming, maybe scary.
Can you throw me my phone? Because my son Wes went to Duxbury Beach today and he went in the water and he told me what the temp was. And I don't remember.
It's really super cold. So like in the winter, I think our pool's gotten has it gotten as low as 65?
Yeah, high 60s. Yeah.
But usually like even in the dead of winter, it's like 60.
Oh, he did not say.
We do not heat our pool. Well, you could just look up Duxbury water.
Yeah, it's probably in the low 70s, I would think.
I don't know. I think it pretty much only gets up to 68.
Oh, Let's see.
But it's weird because people down here don't use their pools when it's like below 80 degrees. It's fucking bonkers. I wanted to talk. We talked briefly yesterday about water parks because you did the water country theme, and we were going to pull up.
Oh, we were
the water country video. You guys have to see this.
Today's water temp in Duxbury was 67.6.
That's not even 68.
That's almost 23 degrees colder than this pool.
Okay, let's see. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it right there.
You guys.
Wait, hang on.
Hang on 1 second. Y'all are going to love this shit. It's hilarious. And we will talk a little bit about water parks. And
when the sun is blazing and the summer gets hot, water country's a very cool spot. There's no better place to feel and be young. Water country, have some fun. Plunge into Dr. Von Dark's Tunnel of Terror, coming soon. Now get a season pass just $59.99 and get a Bring a Friend Day free. Hurry before the price goes up. Water country, 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 water country. Have some fun. Open daily.
I can't even. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know what to say about that, y'all. But
might
that's
be one
water
of the funniest
country for
things
you.
ever created.
So here's the thing. Okay, so we have Sunsplash. Dave's laughing his ass off. That makes me happy. So there's a water park down the road from us called Sunsplash.
Sunsplash Water Park.
We've never been there. It's only open in like the heat of the summer,
March through October, I believe.
which is so weird to me because it's like, ugh, it's too hot. You're in the blazing sun.
And
Is it
Donna chimes in. Piss pools.
Piss pools. Well, that's the problem. Is the one in Wareham. You don't have to click directly on it. You can just click near it.
I was clicking near it last night. I wouldn't go.
Weird. So anyway, there's a water park in Wareham, Massachusetts, which I have been to many times, called Water Whiz.
Water Whiz.
It's a fucking terrible name for a water park.
Really is.
Lizard.
What are you looking at?
On the
Oh, there
screen
he
is a lizard.
Hello.
Water Whiz, it's a terrible name for a water park. They might as well call it Piss in the Water. And that's exactly what it is. And if you haven't seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the water park episode.
Water park. If you ever
my
watch
God,
one
I'll
episode
find
of
it for
any
you.
show,
The water park episode of Always
it's
Sunny.
probably top 5 of episodes of any show ever.
Look at this. I can't even get a search. Oh.
The password episode of Odd Couple is one of my favorites. Yeah, there's just some
Okay,
great
but give
single
them
episodes.
Give them the broad strokes on Always Sunny.
The gang goes to the water park. They all split up.
It's season 12, episode 2. If you watch no other episodes, watch it. Donna remembers that episode, and Dave says it's the best.
Yeah.
So they go to the water park. They're worried about piss in the water. One guy is laminated his wristband.
From
the
when
other
he was
one
a kid,
is
so he gets it free.
One guy's gonna try to hit on single moms all day. Charlie and Frank want to get through every single line, and they find a scam to do it. And yeah, and then it's just one laugh after another. And now none of us can actually go to a water park without thinking, I got AIDS.
There's even a Jaws reference or two in there.
There's a couple Jaws references. It's a good time. I highly recommend it. And I also recommend that you abide by the park rules, because if they say you're too big for this, you're probably too big for this. For fuck's sake,
stuck in that tube.
We both broke a pool float yesterday. Imagine what would happen if we went down
a kiddie slide,
a massive kiddie slide, and broke ourselves.
What was the kid that came down next? Chester, or what was his name?
I don't know. He was dead.
No, not the dead kid, the fat kid.
Sherman.
Sherman,
chew through the band. You have to watch. You have to watch.
It's so good. Yeah, and
so,
if anybody else has, I'm sorry, if anybody else has a favorite episode of a TV show ever, write them in. I think The Simpsons, those Halloween episodes are fantastic. The B Sharps was great. Yeah.
Donna said, I killed a flamingo. You did not kill a flamingo. Why would you kill a flamingo? Some guy in at Busch Gardens sodomized a flamingo to death. It was like a few years ago, like 2008. It
Yeah.
And the guy like sodomized a flamingo to death. So if that was you, Donna, I'd like to know. D and Mac getting stuck in the tube. That's exactly what I was talking about. Sherman had
They're
to
all
chew the fucking
sunburned.
thing, and they're all sunburned. And oh my god! And Donna says, "Me, I did not kill a flamingo.
No.
Why
It
would
was
I
a
kill
different
a
float.
flamingo?"
We went, Donna, you weren't here last night. We went to Christmas tree shop down here before they closed, and we bought some cheap floats. And they were so cheap that they didn't
broke the
last
first time we
5
used them.
minutes.
Both.
So
that I thought it was my fat ass, but turns out
no,
even
it was also my ass.
if you have no ass at all, you can still break things. Yes, it was a these little silver floats that we bought that suck. Don't buy one. Also we were talking about the Christmas tree shop because we bought the floats. So you're gonna have to tell them about that because I have to pull up a comment.
The Christmas. What do you want me to tell them about the Christmas tree shop?
Well,
that we did tell them last night.
Well, not everybody was here last night.
Okay, so
but we went to
Christmas tree
Christmas
shop
last
is
night,
closing down,
as many of you may know.
and they opened one here a few months ago. And the only sign said CTS, Christmas tree shop. So they rebranded, and it didn't go well. So anyways, they're going out of business, 10% off everything. So we wanted to go because we've, when are we going to be able to go to a Christmas tree shop?
Well, we're going to have to go back this weekend because we have 2 broken floats, and I want my goddamn money back.
Right. And we did buy this little fellow right here who actually.
Oh my God, this thing is hilarious. Is it out of bubble solution?
There we go.
He blows bubbles.
He blows bubbles. He dances around.
But like, put him down. I don't think he can go on carpet. See his little wheel things?
Oh yeah. He's moving a little.
But like yesterday, hang on. Oh, he's out of bubbles.
Well, he'll still walk around. He goes from side to side, but he goes more in a circle. She's coming back.
Make it stop. So we thought we were going to use the bubbles to keep bugs away from us, but that thing is
just too
crazy.
annoying.
It's too annoying.
So
did you make your page public, by the way?
I did. I'm
cool.
El Publico.
Oh, you know what? She commented on your page. That's why I can't see it.
So anyway, so we went down there, a bunch of cheap crap. I did buy a bag of glazed donut flavored potato chips, which I was hoping to eat on the air, but maybe we'll do that one night when we're not in the pool, or maybe we'll do it when Dave's there.
We're in the pool. Well, me and Dave get baked.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, tomorrow when you're in the pool on mushrooms.
Mushrooms don't give you the munchies.
Oh, I don't know what mushrooms do.
So okay, here's the history of the Christmas tree shop. Are you guys ready to learn something? Dave is liking the bubbles, and good, you can chase that fucker around when you come. We have only Baby Shark that sings the song Baby Shark.
Does not blow bubbles.
Don't forget about the Dirt Bears, Doug.
Oh yeah, you saw Dirt Bear yesterday.
I saw Dirt Bear, and I thought of my friend Donna. Donna's grandson has a sloth nursery, or had a sloth nursery. Excuse me. I don't know what his new room is like, his new house, but I'm sure it's lovely. And so he had all these sloths, and Donna couldn't remember what it was called. She called it a Dirt Bear. She was singing the baby a song about his dirt bear. Baby. Oh my God, it was so cute. Donna is such a sweetheart. You guys absolutely would love her, and she will stuff you full of yummy food.
Stuff you full of yummy food.
Back to the Christmas tree shop. Do you know what year the Christmas tree shop was founded?
1980.
70. Charles Balakian and his wife Doreen opened the first Christmas tree shops in Yarmouthport. I didn't know that.
Yarmouthport.
The original location comprised of 3 separate buildings: the front shop, the back shop, and the barn shop, which was mostly sold penny candy. Hence the pluralization of the store's name.
Shops.
Yes. The first complex, which the Basilicans lived above, was on 6A, and it was open seasonally in the spring through early fall. Beginning, I know where it is. It's on right by the the mini golf places we like. The kitschy one. I think that's where it is.
Was Sandwich? This
is
Yarmouth.
No, Yarmouth. Beginning in the 1980s, the chain began expanding beyond Cape Cod, growing to reach 8 stores by 1984. That year, the company purchased the Cape Cod Coliseum and converted it into a warehouse. The chain then entered Connecticut. Maybe now that they're closed, will the Cape Cod Coliseum come back? That would be nice.
Oh, that would be amazing. Actually, today.
Silver lining. I'm not. Don't get off.
Keep going.
The chain entered Connecticut with a store in Manchester in September 1993. In the mid-1990s, the Christmas tree shops introduced a series of commercials in which the chain's customers were recorded, showcasing items they purchased, paired with soon-to-be famous jingle, "Don't You Just Love a Bargain?" This campaign lasted well into the 2000s. And Dave is saying it was on Route 6. He just had trouble saying words because phones will argue with you sometimes. So yeah, we did a little impression last night of what people would say. So let me see that. So I'm at the Christmas tree shop today, and I got this thing. Isn't it adorable? It's for my grandkids. I'm going to put it next to the pool. You know, we only get to use the pool a few months of the year because we live in New England, but we go to Florida every now and again. I think we might take the kids to Disney because we save so much money by shopping at the Christmas tree shop. That doesn't even sound like Massachusetts, though. What kind of accent?
No, that sounds like Long Island or something.
I don't know, but people from Long Island go to the Christmas tree shop.
Yes, they do.
They don't discriminate.
A little Cape Cod Coliseum note. That in 1976, the lineup was Seals and Crofts with Billy Joel opening, little Loggins and Messina action, and then July 11th in 1976, Kiss with Bob Seger opening, and then you had Little Marshall Tucker and Outlaws. That's what
Dave
you
says
had.
Shop, not ship. I never know what the hell I'm saying around here. And Dave says stop. God damn it. Yeah, typing is hard, and that bug just bit me, and I think that was rude. So anyway, what's that?
Malaria.
They keep biting my fingers. I don't know why they bite my fingers of all places, but I did order methyl B complex in folate so that I would be a little less methyl and folated. I do want to wish our friend Paul Stanley from Ford's Garage in Estero a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Paul
nice
Stanley.
Polish fella that we met the other day.
Rock and roll.
I had a free appetizer for my birthday, which we shared with some nice Dominican young men at the bar. We made friends with Gabby, the bartender. We made friends with pretty much everyone there because I realized that I like to make friends with strangers. Like, I like to talk to strangers because there's a pretty good chance that if I have a short conversation,
they might not suck.
If I have a short conversation with a stranger in public, they might be delightful and a friend for life, or they might suck. But it's a brief interaction, and I'm out of it.
Hopefully, I think you made Paul Stanley's day.
I hugged him when I left. I gave him a hug and a kiss.
Give him a big hug.
So I don't know about you guys, but when I go to a restaurant, I make friends with the hostess, the maitre d', and I hug them and kiss them and invite them over to do mushrooms. Donna says it was your birthday. No, my birthday is tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow. And I'm kind of bummed out about it, and I really wish you were here because I think I'm going to float around in the pool and do mushrooms, and it would be fun to do that with Donna. Although, Donna, I got to tell you something. Things that will happen when I win the lottery. I owe Dave a car.
Oh, right. How do you owe Dave a car? That's right. You owe Dave a car. We're not going to go into that.
Dave should have asked me for money at the time. Sorry, Dave. You should have asked me for money at the time. I thought your insurance covered it. I'm so sorry. I didn't know until way later. But I'm going to win the... So I have like hippie bug spray. This is you want a Lamborghini now? I thought it was a Hellcat. But I feel like you might be entitled to a Lamborghini.
Keep it up, Dave. You'll get a race car bed.
So I'm bringing 98% DEET with me next week. All right, let me tell you this. The only request I have for our house guests, and I should have told you this already, no fragrance. I get wicked migraines. Anything with fragrance, like I have shower gel, all that stuff, anything you could possibly need, I have here. Please don't bring any fragrance. If you want to have DEET, you can have DEET, or
no Axe body spray.
Or I can give you some hippie shit. But like I can't even have Doug can't wear cologne. I can't even wear deodorant with fragrance in it. Like nothing. I can't have any fucking fragrance. So if you need anything at all, I will give it to you. I will buy it for you, whatever you need, but please don't wear any smells. So if you want to wear DEET, you wear DEET. But I have 8 million kinds of fucking bug spray. And of course, here in the pool cage, it's not that bad. Like you'll get a couple little bites. But when a no-see-em bites you, that motherfucker.
Yeah, if you're going to the beach at like dusk, you are screwed. 2 notes
for everyone is if you take garlic and B complex, the bugs bother you less. Garlic. So I do both of those things. Dave, pick your fucking Lamborghini. And Dave says, okay, awesome. Donna has said that she wants to go to Africa on safari.
Yes, and we talked about our lottery winnings.
If we win the lottery, I'm taking Donna to Africa on safari just to hear the fucking things that come out of her mouth. Donna has a rare form of Tourette's where she says crazy shit all the time. This watch is telling me to stand up. They're like, you're almost there. Stand up.
Oh, we're almost there.
What do you think I'm doing?
Are you standing up?
Standing.
She's standing up, everybody. I will say this, that if I think Donna might get adopted by one of these tribes over there, and she'll be like the queen, and it'll be like Coming to America, and she'll be sitting up on a throne with a lion's head and stuff like that. I think it could be pretty awesome. And then everybody, it's the African motherfucker.
Well, Donna says it's very sweet.
It is sweet to take her there.
I have plans, and here's the interesting thing. Dave he said I would like a place between here and his niece, And
Where's his niece?
she lives in the Orlando area.
Oh, in the Orlando.
Actually, I think she's working. Is she working for Disney? I forget. I remember when that baby was born, a
That's
bajillion
how
years ago.
old you is.
Gosh, she's probably like a full-on adult now, and she's definitely a full-on adult now. But he I think that the trick is to, you know, have Dave live. I was like, don't get somewhere in between me and your niece. Get somewhere near your niece so that when I go to Disney, I have a place to stay.
That's right. Yeah.
Although we do enjoy staying in the park, it's just expensive. She's 27. Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, my older son just turned 28. That's freaking me out.
The twins are 27.
And Donna said something about having she said she'll have a saber-toothed tiger for a kitty. Donna, that's going to be a little difficult because those are extinct, but I'm sure we could, with our winnings, get a little Jurassic Park stuff and get a saber-tooth. I think those were a North American animal strictly, so I don't know that for a fact. If Tracy
maybe we can find his stuff. Yeah, Tracy would know off the top
But yeah,
of her
we
head.
could work on that. They're trying to bring back the mammoth. And actually, do you know about this mammoth thing?
Yeah, there was a mammoth. They found it.
Well, no. Someone they didn't find it. They're actually en route to cloning a mammoth.
I don't
having
like that cloning.
Having an well, listen to this.
I don't like cloning.
Yeah, but listen to this. Having an Indian elephant gestated, boom, it's going to be a genetically going to be a mammoth. They want to repopulate the tundra in Siberia, and by somehow reintroducing the animals to it'll bring the vegetation back and actually help with global warming and the environment. I'm not doing it justice.
Yeah, they do a lot of fucking with nature, and they say it's going to do good things.
Yeah, but this is bringing nature back.
That's still fucking with nature.
It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature.
I don't think you fuck with nature.
Yeah, but that you bring back if you can do that, you got to do it. You got to do the mammoth.
No, I totally disagree with you. I don't think you fuck with nature. Let's talk about, we have a Zika problem in Florida. Let's release mosquitoes.
Yeah,
let's release more mosquitoes. And now we have the fucking, it's to make everybody better.
Yeah, but that's not fun. A mammoth is fun.
You don't fuck with nature.
Mammoth is fun.
You do not fuck with nature.
All right, what if there was something that
Dave says DNA, Donna says they're fucked. Yeah, no.
They're not fun.
Do not fuck with Mother Nature. She will fuck you back.
To make nature better. That's why they're doing it. Or that's what they're telling you. That's why they're doing it.
You can't improve on nature. It's perfect. All we have done is fuck over nature.
What about the dodo? What about the dodo bird? Sitting there minding his business, and then we bring the rats over, and the rats eat the eggs. No more dodo. Oh, or the stupid sailors eat the dodo because they're easy to catch.
Save me. Save me from this man.
All right. There's nobody out here, and there's nobody in this audience that would not go to see a mammoth or a dodo bird at a zoo. I would drive my car.
But you can go see a mammoth or a dodo bird at a zoo, but we don't fuck with nature.
Well, bringing a mammoth back is fucking with nature.
So we don't do it.
I think you got to bring the mammoth back. Mammoth is so cool.
So are you doing it for the mammoth or are you doing it for yourself?
I'm doing it totally for me. I want to see a mammoth running around with all wool and stuff. Yeah. What about
the world we live in?
What about those giant
Dave wants to bring back Dave wants to bring back the raptors.
See, that's where you go wrong. You
guys go live on your island of fucking with nature, and I'm gonna go have my helium tank because you guys are ruining the planet.
I didn't bring back anything.
But you want to fuck with nature.
I want to see
for your own personal benefit.
I want to see them catch a Loch Ness monster, put it in a big
tank.
But
do you think about the impact that it has on that species?
I do.
Franken animals. We're not meant to fuck with fucking DNA. Speaking of fucked up shit, we have been watching the 90210, like OG 90210, and one of the topics. So there's many topics that come up, and there's a lot of propaganda that is brought up in the show, and it was interesting because my stepson had this whole thing about like 90s shows being so racist, and his example was Friends, and it was funny because there weren't a lot of black people on Friends, but although there was more than one interracial relationship. Joey and Ross both dated an African American girl.
Yeah, they both dated her.
Chandler worked.
They were loose.
That's racist. Not suggesting that they're loose. You're suggesting that they're loose.
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
And there was a black guy in Chandler's office who was an executive like Chandler, and Ross and Rachel were Jews, which is not a race per se.
Not a race.
But sure. I don't know what anything is anymore. But my point is that 90210, I think in a lot of ways was before its time. And it was also before its time in terms of propaganda. I cannot begin to tell you how much crap there is in there about anti-marijuana. Like they act like marijuana is crack. They're like,
Yet-
dun, dun, dun.
yet when it
She has
happened-
a joint. Like,
Yet when all these people are doing coke, just doing a
yeah,
line.
they made a bigger deal about the marijuana
Yeah,
than
they
they did
did.
about the
They
coke.
did.
It's actually really funny.
Um,
And then the
coke
thing
is glamorous. I don't know
and
if
then
you guys knew.
well, I don't know if coke's glamorous. I've never done it. But one of the topics on the show was Donna's back on mosquitoes.
Oh, she's got a tirade.
Mosquitoes suck. Up here in New Hampshire, it's pathetic this year. The beetles the size of kittens. No joke. I freaked. I was like, what the fuck is it? Or should I say then they're June bugs? Well, it's July. Dreadful. I did watch a nice video of the dog playing with a beetle that was very entertaining. I will say back to the 90210 domestic thing is that there was this guy on the show who is Ray Pruitt, played by Jamie
Walters.
Jamie Walters, who sang that song, How Do You Talk to an Angel? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Can you sing it?
You just did it better than I could.
I don't think I did it.
How can you talk to an angel?
Dave says you got the vape. I use cannabis oil straight. I also have some edibles. I have some edibles, some mushrooms.
No, you don't.
I do have a vape around
no,
here
you
somewhere.
don't have any of those things.
I don't have any of those things. Not at all. Definitely not. They do not. They're
She
not in my
had
house.
them, but we brought them to the police station for
I turned them in.
safe disposal.
Safe disposal. So yes. We will have we'll eat some food while you're here. Okay. So the thing that was funny is this guy, Jamie Walters, is like walking down the street and people are like screaming at him because he beat Donna Martin.
Yeah. Threw down a stair.
And as someone who's a domestic violence survivor myself, there were a lot of things in that story that were true, like where you don't, you love the person, or you think you love the person, you think the person loves you, and you think that they're going to change, and you make excuses for their behavior, and you don't tell the truth. And then, of course, even when she, her new boyfriend assaulted him because he came back and he was going to assault her, so the boyfriend punched him out, and he went to court. It was this whole thing, and so she was put on the stand and they were questioning her relationship with him and basically questioning whether or not she was abused or not. And that's what happens. I mean, that's what happened to me. I had a relative that I went to that I thought was a safe person. And hi, Aunt Gail. And she told me that so I said the first time it happened, I said, I'm worried that this is going to happen again, but if I report it to the police, he'll lose his job. And I won't be able to support my kids. And he says he's going to go to therapy, yada, yada, yada. It happened again. I went to her. I was going to leave with my children. And what she said to me was, he didn't hit you. So having somebody who's trained in hand-to-hand combat hold you by your throat. Well, the first time it was on the bed, 2 hands held me by my throat. And the second time it was in front of my children up against the wall of the door in my kitchen. My children ran to the neighbor's house in fear. It was on my twins. It was on my twins' birthday. This person still denies this to this day. And it had a terrible effect on myself. It had a terrible effect on my children. And they take no responsibility for it. And people have made nasty comments to me. That person has gone on to make other awful comments. And the bottom line is somebody who is going to be physically abusive to you, or sexually abusive, or maybe even verbally abusive. They're not going to take responsibility for their actions. And, if you're in need of help and support, good luck finding people that will support you. And so, I think it's really important that we choose the right partners, and that we do the work on ourselves so that we are choosing the right partners. Because a lot of us didn't have good examples of relationships. I certainly did not. A lot of us, if you grew up without love, you're kind of, desperate for it. And you'll just settle for any love that you can get. And that's what I did. And it did not end well. So there is, I guess sometimes a lesson to be had in 90210. And sometimes there's hookers and marijuana propaganda. And today there was a what do you call it, like a blackmail thing that Valerie blackmailed Ken. And Dave says, okay, it's not legal, so you don't. Definitely, I do not.
Yeah, no.
And Dave said he never liked him just from the stories you told me. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Well, I'm sorry you went through that. I would like to say that.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that this is not your thinly veiled call for help.
I wouldn't even joke about that. It's not a thing. Doug is not abusive. Doug is not physically abusive, although there have been times where he's been verbally abusive, and I'm not okay
words
with that.
hurt people.
And well, it's not even just about words hurting. Like, it's just not okay. So we didn't finish talking about the new chapter of boundaries last night, and it's already 9 o'clock. Let me just see if I can finish this chapter real quick. Where did I block off last night?
If it was 9:02 and 10 seconds, that would have been
Page
his
98.
right there.
Oh, like 9:02.
Yeah, see
well,
what
it's
I'm talking
9:01. So I'm looking for page 98. Say something brilliant when I say it. How are you liking the boundaries book so far?
How am I liking it?
Yeah, are you learning things?
It's funny. I don't know how much more you can get out of this book because they covered so much so far. Like there's
That's
so
not
many
my
light bulb
question.
moments.
What have you gotten out of it? So have you enjoyed it thus far?
Yeah, I have enjoyed it.
Have you learned things?
I have learned things.
Are other people learning things?
I don't know about other people. I can only talk to
Well, if you're here.
myself.
She talks about while reactive victims are primarily known for their against stances, proactive people do not demand rights. They live them. Power is not something you demand or deserve. It is something you express. The ultimate expression of power is love. It is the ability not to express power, but to restrain it. Proactive people are able to love others as themselves, and they have mutual respect. And of course, I referred to the whole Jordan Peterson has a line that he uses where he says to be a monster in the garden. I really should leave this flashlight on because old eyes. And by the way, now as I get on with my life, as I get older, it's harder and harder for me to see things in the world.
That may have been the most interesting thing you've read from this book so far.
What's that?
About the power and love, that kind of thing.
Yes. And then of course, he talks about it with the boundaries. It's important to find a safe space to practice. And so it's like somebody asked me today, they were trying to set a boundary with someone. And I said to them, well, you're still practicing. This is not necessarily the safest person to do this with. So send them a text and then breathe and then respond and then breathe and then respond. And it's funny because he's putting off the conversation because he's stressed about it, and understandably so. But I think when you're stressed out about something, nip that shit in the bud, do it right away. He talks about how envy is the basest emotion that we have. It defines good in us and what do I have and what do I not have. And the solution to envy is gratitude, being grateful for what you have, and perhaps using your envy of others to motivate yourself to do things.
Yep.
Because we all have envy at times. I certainly am envious of anybody who's healthy. So I'm just doing all the stuff I can. But, there's people out there that are going to be healthy that they're not, it's going to come very easily to them. And it's just not for me, because of my health shit. But, there's always going to be somebody out there that has it better than you. And there's going to be somebody who has it worse than you. If you're going to sit around and feel bad about yourself, or you're going to do whatever you can to fix the problem. I'm going to keep doing the fucking shit to make myself feel better. And sometimes I'm going to fall on my face and it's going to suck and I'm going to hate it. And I'm going to try harder and I'm going to try harder and I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm never going to give up. At least that's what I try to do. But, who knows? Maybe one of these days I finally off myself, can't take it anymore. But for now, I'm going to keep trying. We talk about it's important to focus our power on our boundaries, and taking action is the only way out of envy. Envy is a sign that you are lacking something, usually action. And then activity is an active force that evil is an active force that loves passivity. And of course they go into the Bible and because it's got a religious slant to it. And Dave says that's how you learn, and he's right. It's a sign that you're so don't being a doormat, evil is going to walk all over that shit, which is why it's super important to stand up for yourself, set boundaries. And the thing that's hard for me is that I've been to many therapists in my lifetime, and one of the therapists I went to most recently had kind of taught me to be passive in a lot of ways. And I have let a lot of people walk all over me that I shouldn't have. And I'm trying to unlearn that. It's like a happy medium between, I was always constantly in fight or flight because I'd had so much trauma in my lifetime, or That is a burrowing owl.
He does not sound
They're
happy.
you can't even go near them. They're like little owls, and they're crazy. Dave, you're going to see about 1 billion of them while you're here, and maybe a gopher tortoise or two if you're lucky. They are endangered species, but we have them. And then, of course, we talked about how God wants us to try. It doesn't have to be a deity of your choice or the universe or whatever. And it's okay to fail, because when we fail, we learn. And that's like one of my big things is that I set a goal years ago that I wanted to fail more. And he said how baby birds find, do you know that if a baby bird doesn't find its way out of the shell by itself, that it will die? Because it needs to go through that difficult process of trying to find its way out. And then, of course, it talks about exposure, that you don't exist in a vacuum. So if you, boundaries are about relationships, and we need human connection. So if we speak our truths, and if we cannot, we need to be able to have connection with other people. So we just can't have our boundaries be a wall. It should be a living, breathing, like a fence with a gate, and we can let some people in. And so if you're, you need to be able to speak your truth in a relationship, because if you can't speak your truth, you're not in a relationship, you're in a hostage situation, which I've said like 9 times. And people will stay miserable for years without sharing their truth. I've seen it time and time again. And if we don't communicate our boundaries, they will come out in negative ways. So like sometimes you'll see a relationship that seems like it's fine, and all of a sudden after 20 years, they're out. Because people haven't communicated their boundaries all along, and that's their responsibility. It's like, if you haven't communicated your boundaries to the other person and your relationship doesn't work out, you're just as much to blame as they are, because how the fuck are they supposed to know if you haven't communicated your boundaries? And communicating a boundary that they ignore, that you don't enforce your boundary, is effectively the same thing. So it's like we all need to be taking responsibility for our actions, regardless of what anyone else does. And then one thing is that I've noticed is that people will not respect you if you do not have boundaries. And so we ought to have real relationships with ourselves and others. And so by having boundaries, we're able to be happier. And if we can communicate our boundaries in positive ways as opposed to negative ways. So, for example, I could say, actually, you guys saw it here live on the podcast if you watched. If I said to Doug, when you did X, like when I was talking about boundaries and he was giving me a hard time, I'm like, I don't appreciate that you're doing this. And what I should have said is, if you continue to do this, I'm going to leave. Or I'm not going to talk to you anymore, or I'm going to end the podcast, I'm going to change the subject, whatever. I could have done that, and I didn't, but I'm working on it. I am a work in progress, as
your work of art.
I think we all are. And so is Doug, and he's imperfect, and I'm imperfect, and so are you guys, all 2 of you. And then we still have our RV fantasy, but honestly, it's 9:08, and I'm kind of tired, and I want to swim. I do want to. There's a strange way people talk together. I unblocked my kids. I had a headache. So we did see an RV that we really liked yesterday. Was it the Coachman Prism Elite?
Something elite, yeah.
It's on the Mercedes-Benz chassis. We really like that one. And Dave is chiming in. He says, I was abused by an ex mentally and physically. I'll tell you next week. It's a good thing I live in Florida, because if I fucking knew, I would smack the shit out of that person. I would kill them in 9 different ways.
Smack a bitch with
Donna would help me, because Donna is very good at killing people.
Peanut butter jar.
Probably, yeah. So anyway, we have this fantasy of having an RV and being able to do some traveling with it. And we saw one that we really liked that's very reasonable. Not that we can afford it right now, but when we win the lottery tonight, I'll buy for myself.
We sort of narrowed down the good and the bad. I still don't know how to, like, the whole like you have to count every ohm of electricity that you use. It's well, that's for off grid. Yeah, for off grid.
If you do plugged in, you're fine.
Yeah, no, I know.
So you don't want to. What is it that you don't want?
Well, no, it's it's that it takes a mind, like it takes your mind, the mathematical mind, to figure out how much is,
if we boondock.
Yeah.
But we're not. But we don't even.
That's why we have 2 people in this relationship, because I'll be good at some things and you'll be good at others.
Well, you'll have to do the physical things, because I can't do the physical things.
Yeah.
But anyway, we found an RV that's like you can just buy it off the lot, and it has the layout that we want. It even has it has a bed above the cab. It's a B+.
B+,
which is like, it's a small C or a big B is what, but
think of breast size.
So it's a Mercedes. It's on a Mercedes chassis. It has a small bunk
which
above.
Actually we kind of don't want, because there's only 400 Mercedes dealerships in the United States,
and a lot of people have been buying Sprinters. But it has a Murphy bed that pulls down. It has a sofa with recliners. It has a fireplace. It has a television. It has a washer dryer. It has a full bathroom and a really nice kitchen, like a lot of counter space, and an outdoor outdoor television. It has a televator, and it's like $120, which for Mercedes is not all that bad.
That's MSRP.
No, that's what they're selling it for. The MSRP is 180 something, but they're selling it for 120.
That really is not a bad deal for that. For
what it is. I mean, honestly, I could live in the fucking thing. It's got a lot of storage. So that's part of our fantasy, but we actually drew one out and Doug did a rendering of it, which we'll have to talk about some other time.
Oh, we were going to get the like the 3D rendering app, but we didn't want to spend the money on it. Or I didn't. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'd love that. Would be great."
Well, I mean, we don't go anywhere. We don't do anything. If we want to spend $10 now and again, we can spend $10 now and again. It's 9/11. I'm not feeling super good. I'm just really tired and I still need to swim. So I'm going to do my gratitude real quick. I am grateful for Doug and the things that he does. I got a card today in the mail, which I am not going to share with the class because my friend who sent it to me is not here and I will thank her tomorrow. I am grateful that I was able to get an arrow garden from Amazon Prime because I wanted to grow some lavender for our living room and I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. So we're going to start it in the arrow garden and we're going to plant it. So I think what we'll do is we'll start 6, put 3 in each one once they're started, and then do another 6 and put 3 in each one. And then I'm grateful for the boundaries book because I've learned a lot. I'm grateful for sleep because I fucking slept all day. I'm grateful for birthday wishes from abroad, Arun specifically. I'm really thankful for people that love and appreciate me. I'm thankful for the salad dressing that you make from Marital. Oh, it's literally just mustard, mayonnaise, and
a little extra avocado oil.
And you just mix it all up, and it just makes a nice little. So what I do is I order an Italian from Publix on spinach, and I have it as a salad, and I put the mustard and mayo on top, and it's delightful. 2 meals. And then I'm thankful for lizards because they're adorable, and I'm thankful for all the people that watch the podcast and or are following us. Thank you so much. Dave and Donna and Michelle were here tonight. I don't know if there was anybody else, but small group, but we appreciate you. And I know that there's a lot of people who will watch it later, like Risa and Tracy and maybe Ann, maybe Todd. Who knows? Nolan, usually. So Nolan will watch, and Wes. I wish the kids would comment more because we love comments, and I always respond to comments after the fact.
Yeah.
So if you're here and you're watching later, comment. We'll respond. We love you.
I did that to Tracy this morning because she commented a bunch last night.
I'm gonna start my swimming.
So you swim.
You talk to the people. Tell them what you're thankful for.
Say I'm thankful that my wife realized what she needed today, and what she needed today was rest. Yeah. And I'm glad that her headache went away a little bit. And I'm going to be grateful for a great birthday date for her tomorrow, and all. So
if y'all could say a little prayer for me, I would appreciate it.
And you know what? I think we've turned it around. It is the year of the Stacy. Mother's Day, which is normally not typically a great day for Stacy, was fantastic this year due to many of our people.
It was because we had a good podcast.
And we had a great podcast. So we will have another podcast tomorrow night, and we will enjoy that. And I hope you guys have stuff that you were thankful for.
If I can't pull it together for the podcast tomorrow night, you guys should be worried.
Yeah, if she can't pull it together for the if we're not on the podcast tomorrow night, you might want to call me and then to see what's going on, because I might be talking her off the ledge.
Yeah, because you've ever talked me off a ledge.
I try to talk you off the ledge, but I don't say very good things. I don't say very good things. There she goes. She still got her bathing suit on. Amazing. But it's probably going to be off about 2 seconds after we close this down. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for commenting.
Sorry if I was a Stacy Downer today.
No, you weren't really a Stacy Downer. It was good. It was a good episode. But yeah, enough's enough for one night. We're going to knock it on the head, as Steve Jones says. And we'll see you guys mañana.